Good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken180.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL, restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, so for those who have tweeted at me, yes, the stream, we've had issues with the stream. It's not a 1010 issue. Apparently, I'm told the host streaming company, this is impacting a lot of people right now trying to stream their product on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. But I'm also told Dylan Denmark is personally on the case and has vowed to correct it single-handedly. So that's I'm looking forward to that solution coming our way.
Yeah.
It's coming anytime now, Dylan? Is that what are we led to believe?
We're on Twitter.
We are?
I see that the link is up for the YouTube, but I'm trying to investigate what the
if I click the link on the YouTube, I see me talking.
You do?
I do.
Okay,
so I think we're good.
All right, we're good now. Yeah, we're Gucci.
All right, I'm looking all over the place. There's people. Those people walking behind this window better look out because I did not realize they could become potential YouTube stars as well. So it looks like we're back up. Anyway, for those that it matters to, we appreciate you having any kind of level of interest in that. All right, back to the lines we go. Where are we at? Mac in Delaware next on Jaguars Today. Mac, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking the call. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm a little disappointed, but then again, I got hope. I really have hope that this team can turn it around. You know, the penalties and, you know, just everything that was bad about this game. It reminded me of the Detroit game from last year. But, you know, I got a feeling that they just got to turn this thing around, get some guys up there that can protect Trevor and get him, you know, get these.
Okay, well, how do you do that, Mac? Where do you mean guys, get some guys up there that can protect him? They're playing what they believe is their best five now. Maybe Milam comes on, but where do they get these guys from?
That's what I'm saying. Try to switch it around something to where, I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm just like really disappointed. But then again, hey, I look at it this way: we're 4-3. We're above 500. We got 10 games left. I think we can go 8-2. I mean, hey, I'm not. I'm being optimistic about this whole thing.
You were about to say realistic, and then you stopped yourself in the middle of that word. So, I mean, look, could they go 8-2? They got 10 more games. They can go 10-0. I mean, I have no issue with you being optimistic. I think that's fine. But when you say, it's like you say, we just got to get some guys up there. Well, where do they come from? You don't just snap your fingers. They go through practice every day. I doubt they're holding back their good offensive linemen. Like, you know what? Let's wait until midseason and now, Milam's the one who's just been getting healthy, and you hope maybe Tony over the next couple weeks maybe he pushes somebody for a spot. I mean, I don't know what spot that would be at this point. Like, where do you need the most help? There are several issues, I think, on the offensive line. I don't think Hainsey's been the problem.
No, I think it's kind of a weird space that everyone's in with that because they were pretty good for the first month of the season, right? With all these things, they struggled a little bit against Kansas City, but most people do, right? And they struggled against Seattle big time. They obviously struggled very badly yesterday against Seattle. The only guy that they can add to the lineup to see what's going to happen with it is Milam. What exactly would that look like when they do get him in? So we'll see if that's something they think about coming out of the bye. But there is it is the frustration of the team, it is the offensive line. And for the first month of the season, we were like, look, they're going to be able to do what they want to do. With the way this offensive line is playing, they can do what they want to do. And then we've seen the last 3 weeks, and now we're like, they're never going to be any good again, right? Like, that's the feeling that you have with the way the last 2 weeks have gone. I'm not completely convinced on which of those is the reality. Likely it's somewhere in the middle, and they do settle into being just kind of an offensive line, but not a terrible one. But they're not going to be the one we saw that was like, this might be a top 6-7 unit in the league.
Right.
Like that's
all
how
we're
you
asking for is middle of the pack.
Right. I think maybe that's where it settles, but it's hard to see the settling after what we've seen the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the biggest problem with them is the penalties, because it just keeps setting them back. Even when it gets to 3rd and short, penalty brings them back to 3rd and long, extra long.
They do have an identity. That's the identity of this team. Sloppy.
Right. Sloppy, mistake prone.
Yep.
Right. And sloppy in a lot of ways. Sloppy mentally. Sloppy
We're gonna hurt ourselves.
Hurt ourselves.
Yeah.
In exactly. Yeah. Right. Like with the drops, or the not getting rid of the football on time, or the mental mistakes, or the biting on a run fake, or any number of things. And they're a team that is right now just not good enough. Some teams are juggernauts, and they make mistakes, and they're like, whatever, you know, like the 70s Raiders always got a lot of penalties because they didn't care. They wanted to play with that edge and that intimidation.
Flying around.
And they could overcome it.
Yeah.
You know, this team is not at that stage, clearly. Regina is up next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Regina.
Good morning, guys. I'm actually sadder today than I was last Monday because it was total collapse of all 3 phases of the team. Psychologically, it's all in their head. It's all in their head. Here's my take. Whatever Liam Cohen's doing is not working. So they need a full-time psychologist in there, sports, individual therapy and group therapy, because they look awful. At this point, they couldn't beat any NFL team. Never mind people who are getting better. So, and I don't know if people realize this. Kieran, what was BTJ's good friend, LSU committed suicide.
Kyron Lacey.
Yes. And I think that's messing with his head. You know, I really think that's messing with his head. And there was one play, it was in the 3rd quarter. It looked like Trevor was, when he went down, he looked like he's covering his head. That guy's got PTSD written all over it, but they have no backbone. They've totally collapsed. And my worry is that they won't win any more games. They reminded me of the Buffalo Bills game. Remember? Josh Allen had the way, you know, it looked terrible. It reminded me of that game. I would like to say go Jags, but what's to go? They look to me like they're in bones. The skeleton collapsed, and they're like Halloween. All the bones are scattered.
All right.
I'll take more comments off the air.
Thank you, Regina. Look, I'll say this. Yes, terrible what they did yesterday. 35-7. The next opponent lost 31-0.
Yeah.
The LA
I'm gonna
Raiders
pick them to beat
or the
the
Las
Raiders.
Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I as of today, I am too.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what injuries may pop up over the next couple weeks, but I would feel like they're going to beat the Raiders as well. The Raiders are that bad.
And sometimes you need to, when you're in these situations, you need to have a team that comes in, but you better beat them. But you need to have a team that comes in that helps you get right. You need that get-right game, and hopefully that plus a couple games from the point afterwards. They just need to get back to having some good feelings around there, making some good plays, and then getting a good win so that they can feel better about themselves moving forward. For whatever reason, they are just in a funk right now.
Right. Look, they've had a terrible 2 weeks, right? And teams do ebb and flow.
Yep.
Will the Jags flow back to that's the question. We don't know, because past Jaguar teams, when they get like this, they wallow in it. And let's hope that's not the case.
The way you described it, David, like the Jaguars have been the get-right team for so long. Right? For so many, like, opponents that at 4-1, it was like, we're not going to be that anymore. Like, I don't know where this whole thing is going to wind up, but we're not that anymore. And the last 2 weeks, it's back in your head. It's like, are we done being that?
Oh, no.
Like, can we finally, like, just put that to bed about this? Well, beat the Raiders. I could tell you that's where that has to start.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, let's take a time out here. We'll come back, another hour to go if you want to get in. To the person on the text line is asking me, why it's going to voicemail or whatever. Do we even have voicemail on the call-in line? I gave him the number. It's 641-1010. We'd love to hear from you this morning, whatever your thoughts are on Jaguar football. So I don't know what you're calling that's going to voicemail. Maybe try the 904 in front of it. I don't know what to tell you, but we'd be happy to take your reaction because that's what Mondays are all about. It is a reaction Monday, unfortunately reacting to the Jags beatdown at the hands of the LA Rams yesterday. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for big number one, Duval Ford. Man, do they have a great service department. You can see it for yourself with over 90 service-based Ford factory-trained and certified technicians. They service all makes and models with genuine Motorcraft parts backed by warranty, but they'll bring that service department to you. Duval Ford, mobile service, need an oil change, filters, any of that routine maintenance. No price higher than what you'd pay at the dealership. That's right. Service coming to you. Big number one, Duval Ford, making your life easier. Go see them on Cassett Avenue or online at duvalford.com.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. He's not a senior citizen. He's Jacksonville's senior writer, John Osher. And knows your favorite football team. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Tired of roofers who never answer the phone and just use AI?
I'm Morgan Conley, the People's Roofer. I answer every call. No robots, no runaround. I'm born here, built here, staying here. Visit MorganConleyRoofing.org.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Grab your cowboy hat for the Beach Barbecue Bash presented by Sunshine State Plumbing and Reliable Ducks. Thursday, October 30th. Live music, sizzling barbecue, and Southern Charm supporting Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. Get tickets at bgcnf.org.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Your home is your sanctuary, where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I love my propane company. They always answer when I call and give me great prices and fast service. Said no one ever.
Until now. Need propane for your home or business? Seabreeze Propane is bringing the propane as North Florida's new local propane provider. Visit SeabreezeLP.com. Seabreeze Propane. We make propane cool, brother. Oh, yeah.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Bueller,
stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask. So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by USA Park Airport Parking. Florida state decision makers have held informal phone calls to discuss the future under Mike Norvell per On 3. Norvell's buyout is north of $54.4 million. However, according to Ross Dellinger in a statement, FSU AD Michael Alford says the school is, quote, fully committed to Mike Norvell this season, and a comprehensive assessment of the program will conclude at season's end. The 3-4 Seminoles have lost 4 straight and 9 consecutive ACC games. Right now, 69 degrees at 11:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, our streaming restored by Coach Denmark. He got up there.
See?
He had like the Phillips head and the flathead screwdriver. I don't know what he was adjusting.
God, I'm still putting that extra time out to use.
Keep hope alive.
I got the right screws in.
You got a what?
I said I put the right screws in this time.
Maybe you did. Maybe that was it. Maybe our connections are better now. Anyway, we are back up. Somebody sent me a link on the text line. Like, here, apparently there's this widespread outages going on, and in the next exact text he sends, it sounds like a your guys problem or something like what you just said. Like, this is like a widespread outage.
Something happened, yeah.
Whatever. All right. And for people getting on here going, hey man, I see this. I don't know if it was on a tweet or a text because they're pouring in, and I'm trying to just take it all in as it comes. No worse than 7-3 in the final 10 games. We're gonna go. I hope you're right.
Hope you're right.
And to the people saying, you know what, we would have taken 4-3 before the season. You're absolutely right. But the season doesn't. It's a different beast once it gets going.
Yeah.
Right. And we're talking about Carolina again. We beat down Carolina. They won their 4th game yesterday. They're 4-3. They feel great about themselves because they got beat down, and then they started to get progressively better, more competitive. And now we'll see what happens with Bryce Young. I don't know. I didn't hear about him.
They said they're not going to know for a couple days.
Okay,
I think it's the latest that I saw.
And that's not even the important. The important thing is it's once it starts, you're like, oh, this is what we're capable of.
Yep.
Your expectations change.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we would have taken – I had him at 2-5 in the offseason.
Right.
And how are you trending? That's what I was trying to say. How are you trending?
Yeah.
Not well.
Panthers trending in the right direction. Us, not so much.
Guess what, though? Who cares about a damn trend when you play the Raiders? Just go beat the Raiders. And then you're 5-3, and then you're halfway through your schedule almost, and you're halfway to 10 wins.
Yep.
And, then you got the season's biggest game, the first matchup with the Colts awaiting you after that, because that team looks –
good.
Really good.
Yep.
I mean, just beating people's A right now.
Annoying.
They are. I mean, it's like, damn, man.
They haven't had a game where
lose a game.
Yeah, they haven't had a game where you're like, okay, there's the Colts they're just balling.
They could have lost to Denver, and people, they would have lost without the leverage play. Okay, but it was a penalty that got called, and they took advantage of it.
Yep.
And they could have lost to the Rams. They did, but they also could have beat the Rams if Adonai Mitchell didn't just drop the ball before he runs into the end zone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're that close to being undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's that they have multiple games where it's like, I don't see how they could have lost. That's not typical of the NFL, right? Like, typically when you get 7 or 8 games into a season and you got a team that is handling 4 or 5 opponents, you're like, oh, they're probably just good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you just get to a point where you're like, oh, they're just good.
It feels like they're just a good team.
Right, and that's what it feels like the Colts are this year. And as I said yesterday at the end of the post game, I still feel this way about it. I'm not saying that this is who they are, what we've seen the last couple weeks, David. But if they don't block any better and they don't affect the opposing quarterback any better than they have the last 2 weeks, they're not going to win another game.
Nope.
Right? Like, those things have to get better. They've been better at both those things in this season, which is why they've won 4 games. But if this is who they are now, they're done.
Well, if yesterday's or the last 2 weeks' level of play on the offensive line and defensive line is going to
It's not what I
not
expect
get any
them to
better.
be.
Right. I mean, and that's teams do go through lulls and bad patches, and I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm just saying for anyone to sit here and go, I know exactly how the season is going to play out. No, you probably don't.
Yeah.
You know what? And I don't either. Nor does Tony or David or Dylan. And
But I'm all right with speaking 8-2 into existence.
I'd love 8-2. Man, look, just beat the Raiders. You have to beat. This has become an absolute must-win game.
No doubt.
They're a 2-5 team, and in their last 3 games, they beat Tennessee, but they lost, I think, like 40-6 and 31-0.
Yeah.
So, gotta take, and they've got their bye. I'm sure they're licking their wounds, saying a lot of the same things. This is our chance to salvage our season. We got a weak Jaguar team coming into our house.
And I can't stress penalties. That's another thing. That is too much. It's way too much. Way too many penalties every game.
Crazy amount.
I mean that along with the defensive line and the offensive line, you might as well just throw that in there too, because it's both lines doing the same thing.
All right, back to the lines. Speaking of lines, we go. Andrew in Mandarin is next on Jaguars Today. Andrew, good morning.
How's it going, guys?
Okay.
I've just been listening all morning. Just a question, I guess about BTJ. I know he's had this lingering, wrist problem, and it seems like he's not clearly, sticking the ball when it's coming to him. So, do you guys think it's more of, this lingering injury issue? That he's double catching, bobbling passes? So I was just wondering which you guys were thinking about that.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, look, there's no way for us to know, right? And I think that could have some impact? Absolutely. But, we talked with Jeff Prosser right after the crossover this morning, and we're talking about, he did a lot of that last year, but, he'd be open and he'd maybe kind of double catch it, but it didn't matter because then he'd make a play and he'd make a run after the catch and he'd be like, all right, well, he got it, and on you go. I think it could be a factor for sure. But, another thing, again, Jimmy Smith, I think, is a pretty good authority, David, on playing the wide receiver position. And others have noticed this, but when Jimmy backs it up with, I'm seeing the same thing and it's got to change, he says it's not coming off the ball sharp, right? He's the last one to get going on almost every route. He's not exploding into his routes. I don't know, man. I'm not a wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I understand Kyron Lacey took his life. He was his friend, and that probably did impact him emotionally. I mean, that could impact you for the rest of your life. I mean, at certain, and I'm not trying to be heartless or anything like that. Everyone deals with something emotionally. You got to put it aside and do the job.
Yeah.
Ultimately. You know?
And I just think as a receiver, if you're out there and you're catching some balls, then you should be able to catch all the balls that hit you in the hands. Now, defenders make plays and all that. We all get that. But these are passes. And usually when it's your wrist, you don't short arm balls because your wrist hurt. You don't want to get hit in the head. You don't want to get hit in your you don't want to get hit in those spots. It's not usually your wrist that makes you not want to receive impact from a defender. So I don't think that is causing him to short arm balls. Now, he might not be catching some of them because maybe they hit him
and he's not able
in
to
that
squeeze
wrist.
it or something.
So
like
that may be an issue. But if they're throwing you the ball, you've got to be healthy enough to make these catches.
I mean,
and make
he's not
the
even
plays.
on the injury report as limited at all during, so I don't know what to tell. There's always a possibility that there's something else impacting a player's performance that we're not aware of. And we just look at the result and we sit there and pound the table. Then sometimes we look like idiots when we find out the actual result. But it's kind of the conversation of sports. You can't know everything in real time. Is that a possibility? Yes. But, put BTJ aside. What about Parker Washington?
Yeah.
How about you catch every ball that hits you in the hands? How about De'Ami Brown? I mean, I'm not saying Travis Hunter's perfect, but he's been better in that category. And, they miss Brenton Strange.
They do.
Who was a sure-handed, seemed to find the soft spot in the zone, get it to him.
He's got
nice
20
outlet.
catches on 24 targets.
Brenton Strange does, right.
Yeah.
It was the most comfortable connection that Trevor had going into the KC game, had the most catches and most yards of any pass catcher on this team. So, but hey, guess what? Teams play with – George Kittle's been gone. I mean, San Fran's been playing without their quarterback. At least one, if not two starting receivers, their starting tight end, their number one pass rusher. And they're going out there and they're finding the way to
look what
be
the Rams
competitive.
did. I mean, freaking, they don't have their best receiver, and so we'll just throw it to everybody.
Puka.
And they all caught the ball.
We'll spread it around to whomever.
They all
Watch the
caught it.
Bucks tonight. Do you think Baker Mayfield's going to have a bad game
down
if
all
Ibuka
his-
doesn't play? Ooh, like he'll throw it to Tez Johnson all night or Sterling Shepard or somebody.
He
You know?
doesn't have half his skill players.
No, it's been a mess. All right, where are we at? We got to take a timeout. Let's do that before Dylan gets mad at me here, and rightfully so, as we'll come back with more of your thoughts on the other side. Reaction Monday rolls on. Jaguars fall 35-7 to the Rams. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on Upset Watch. And I like it. Pre-Game Friday. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a slip and slide gone wrong? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Why go glass? It's clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dreamfinders Homes.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008 with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
The judge swings the gavel, and I pound the hammer. I'm not judging, just hammering. Hammer time with Hayes Carlyon, weekdays on The Frangie Show.
On 1010XL, driven by Kia on Atlantic.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Now for a limited time, when you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000. Are you about to get married or been married for years thinking it's time for an upgrade? There's nothing that symbolizes your love more than the wedding band. Beard's has hundreds and hundreds of bands from top designers in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands, pave set, eternity bands. And for men, masculine bands, wide, modern, with and without diamonds, hammered, brushed, engraved, lots of colors. Come to Beard's now and find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beard's can. And it's happening now through October 26th. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. Beard's Diamonds at St. John.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Start your week off with today's restaurant of the day, Flame Broiler. Try their new chicken avocado salad bowl at $10.99. Fuel your day with Flame Broiler's protein-packed bowls served at 5 locations, including the newest at 103rd Street.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Based on what we were just discussing, is this an appropriate song? I'm going to say no, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring up what we were just discussing
Good.
at this moment.
Because I don't know if it is. So
I don't think it is. But anyway, let's move along here, shall we? Reaction Monday. Let's go to Kay. Checking in downtown. You can get in at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines this morning, reacting to the Jags' loss to the Rams. Kay, good morning.
Hey, good morning to all of you. Have a great day today. And so it's just something that I noticed yesterday, and I wondered, did you guys notice it? Did you guys notice how it seemed like going into the half that Sean McVay sort of seemed like he was going to do Liam Cohen is solid and just sort of took his foot off the gas. He had like almost 2 minutes left with 2 timeouts, and he was just like content to go into halftime. And I felt embarrassed. I was like, I think he's doing us a solid, like he doesn't want to pour it on.
No, I don't think it was that at all. But it's the first thing I mentioned when we came on the air today. Kay, appreciate the call. I don't think he was doing him a solid at all. He was doing his own team a solid, saying if we don't turn it over sloppily here, deep in our own end, they have no chance to beat us.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like, I'm going to take it easy on Liam. He had Stafford throwing 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I don't think he was taking it easy at all. I think he was just like, look, we'll just run it, get out of here. We get the ball first in the second half, start fresh, better field position. We don't need to push it. They're about winning. I don't think it entered his mind not to embarrass Liam Cohen.
Well,
and not at that stage of the game.
They saw when the Jags were successful this year. Why were they successful?
Turnovers.
Forced a bunch of turnovers.
Yep.
So if you're at a point in the game where you're in complete control of the game.
Sloppy field.
Right. Like all those kind of things, they all come into play. It doesn't make me any less surprised that they got into that kind of situation in a Rams team. As much as they pushed things, I was a little bit surprised still that they handled it that way, but I don't think it was. We respect Liam Cohen too much.
No.
Like it wasn't.
It was
that kind
embarrassing.
Of thing.
I mean, it's embarrassing when the team's like, we don't even need to try at this point. Like we're 28 minutes in this game and it's over. That's
not
the
even
message.
to like go down and get a field goal or anything. They just said, yeah.
So I agree with Kay's larger point that that's embarrassing as hell. When a team could do that and just feel like, who cares? It'll be fine. 145, 140, and the first play. Okay, run
That's
the ball
forever.
deep in your own territory. Hand it off. Got 9 yards. Got a first down on the next play. Let's go. Now it's go time.
Yep.
You know what we'll do now? Let's take a knee. Let's just take a knee. I mean, nobody does that. Nobody does that in the NFL.
No.
And that's how much they had you in the palm of their hands yesterday. Kay, thank you. Robert is in Fleming Island, next on Jaguars Today. Robert, good morning.
Hey there, David and Mike.
And Tony.
I hate
and
to
Dylan.
be down. Yes, I hate to be down on Trevor because there was a lot of blame. It's not just Trevor's fault, but the inaccuracy is killing us. And my question to David is, if he doesn't improve his accuracy, I know we've taken a pay hit for at least 5 years. Couldn't we just go for maybe a 4th-round pick for the future? You know, I know we can't get a 1st-round pick because we're already paying
This is
him too
dangerously
much.
close to draft talk.
Yeah, right. We're not talking about the draft. And if we were, how many starters come out of the 4th round? You could put down, Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. If they knew how good he would have been a 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
So, you know, this usually, I feel, he asked you. So you, just in general, the idea of a developmental quarterback. I mean, you were a developmental quarterback at one point in time. So,
well, I mean, I feel like you should have somebody that is, I guess you're saying you want a young guy that can give you a chance down the road at some point, but you just don't know who those guys are when you pick them in the fourth round. They're in the fourth round for somewhat of a reason. Their college career didn't explode like it should have been, but I don't see why you wouldn't, because now you have practice squad and you can have so many guys on there, but that's not going to change how much they're paying Trevor Lawrence. They're paying him so much that it doesn't make any sense to just sit that money on the bench, and then you're not really going to get a good trade for him because he's owed so much money and he's not playing that amazing. So he's our guy. He's going to be here with us, and whether we like it or not, we just have to hope and pray that he improves on his accuracy and just being a stud quarterback when he takes the field.
You can sit him on the bench, but it's rare. And I understand they did it last year in Carolina. They got lucky with Bryce Young because they benched him and they were moving on.
Yeah,
in my
they had to go back.
And then Dalton got hurt.
They had to go
and
back.
They had to go back. And at the end of the season, he started to rally and it clicked. But they were ready to turn the page. And that's what when you are ready to bench your starting quarterback, you have to be ready to turn the page.
But that's also when a quarterback was playing like Bryce Young was playing, like bad. Like he was playing awful. That's not how Trevor's playing. We just need Trevor to play a little better, and that will help a lot of things. And not just a little better, but just be more consistent with your passes.
Yeah.
Put them on the guys so they can catch it and run with it.
And Carolina's not dealing with the complication of Bryce Young being on his second deal.
Exactly. That
Right?
too.
Like they're pot committed on this. Whether you like the bet they've made or not is really mostly irrelevant. Right? Like this is going to be the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think, through the 2027 season is what I think is going to be happening here. And I'm with you. It's not like the big mistakes are happening from Trevor Lawrence right now. Just the big plays aren't happening either. And the little plays aren't happening right now either for Trevor Lawrence. So there's a lot that needs to get better. But for those that are like, well, can we move on tomorrow from it? No. The answer is no, you can't.
And can I add, like, Trevor, horrific completion percentage this week, okay? The three previous games, 64, 72, and 68% completion
Not too
percentage.
bad.
Yeah.
So...
And he's protecting the ball.
And he's not turning it over, at least in the last month or so, right? Like in that 3-game stretch, he has 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah.
That's what he's got.
And none of that's to say that it's good enough. No one's saying
no,
that it's good
right,
enough.
but
It
it's
has
not.
to be
It's
better.
not like
it's not Bryce Young.
It's
not like how Bryce
he's not
Young
throwing
was.
up a 50% completion percentage every single week. And when you factor in the amount of drops that he's had, now he was 50% against the Texans, right? I mean, so it had started to get a little bit better. He's got to be better. We all know that. He has to, but it's not solely on his shoulders.
And he's not going anywhere.
But guess what? He is the quarterback.
Yeah.
And it is more on his shoulders than any other single player. And that's just the nature of the position and what comes with it. And I don't need to tell David Garrard about that.
No, you don't.
Obviously. Where are we going? Kevin in Savannah, I think, is up next here on Jaguars Today. Kevin, go ahead.
All right, thank you. We have a quarterback with no pocket awareness and inaccuracy. And with those two combinations, you're not going to be successful. I'd like to defend the offensive line a little bit. The first half, there were only 3 sacks. The first sack was the first play of the game. He should have thrown the ball away. A good quarterback with a little bit of awareness would have got rid of it. Another sack, he ran out of bounds a yard short of the line of scrimmage.
Correct.
2 plays out of 3. The other one was he ran into a sack. It was pretty good protection. He tried to move in the pocket, but he ran right. He just has no pocket awareness, and the offensive line. I went back and watched every play, and they did not play terribly. It wasn't as good as what you would like to see, but it wasn't as bad as people are insinuating. The yards per carry was 4.9 yards, and I know a lot of that came late in the game. However, a couple of times he had a corner blitz, and a good quarterback would sense it or sort of see it and hit the hot receiver. There were 2 plays. He had 2 plays that were batted down about 4 yards away from him. It's not like they were right in his face. I mean, he could, on the screenplay, he could have pumped it and went around. I mean, he could have done something, and he just doesn't have that it and I just don't see it day in and day out.
All right, appreciate it. I do think he struggles with pocket feel. Just feel for the
Feel
game.
for it, yeah.
Feel for like it looks clunky. And again, I don't think the offensive line did have a great day yesterday. Look, they've allowed the quarterback to be hit, I think, 28 times now in 2 weeks. And some of that's on Trevor.
Yeah.
But it's not all on Trevor either.
Well, and those kind of things, I get it. And we're expressing our own frustration levels with Trevor Lawrence. And we're not trying to shut anybody down that's expressing it however they want to. I mean, they're talking about, do they need to draft somebody else? Do they need to trade?
And like you said, nip that in the bud, because we're not even talking draft. The team is 4-3, and right now they're in the 7th playoff position
None
in the
of it
AFC.
is realistic. But even with the people that come in with that stuff, well, no one keeps track of or talks about the sacks he saves.
Yeah.
Which he does that as well. Right? Like, we do get caught in this whirlwind of, well, he's getting hit all. Well, sometimes he doesn't get hit because he makes the right play.
He has been getting rid of the ball faster than almost any quarterback in the league this year, right? Which that is a benefit to your offensive line, Dave. I'm sure they loved it when that ball was out of your hands quickly.
Absolutely. It's great when you get the ball out of your hands really quick, really fast, because then they don't have to block that long. But sometimes he's getting the ball out of his hands, but the pass is not accurate. And they're like, oh, so we're still in the same down and distance because our guy didn't even get a chance to catch it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, they at least need a chance to catch it. Even if it's a bad ball, for most NFL quarterbacks, it still hits them in their hands somewhere. Like we said, I think it was De'Ami Brown that had to slow down for the ball. Like, those are not the best throws for us, but they're still catchable.
Sure.
It still gives the receiver a chance to get his hands on it to make the play for us. If we just airmail it or throw it into the dirt, that's just a wasted down right there with no chance of even these really, really good skill players, no chance to make a play, get any yak from those catches.
I heard Dan and Jeff talk about this morning, like the decision to run for it on 4th down and whatever it was, like 9.
It's too far.
Is way too far with the amount of traffic that's in there.
Yeah.
You're better off throwing an end zone pick because you give your receiver a chance to catch the ball. He was not going to make that. Now, we won't want him to run more, but
you just got to know certain situations. Yeah.
If you take off on 4th and 9, you better get a lot closer than they ended up getting, or it was probably never there.
And my coaches used to always say, it's 4th down. Just throw it to the end zone. Give somebody a chance. Throw it close to one of your guys.
Maybe you get a penalty.
Because you might get a penalty. There's more things that are going to happen good for you than that will happen bad for you. Because even if it's an incompletion, at least you gave it a chance.
Right. Incomplete, ball stays where it was. I mean, if pick in the end zone, at worst, you're giving it to him at the 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at that point, you got to get points on the board.
Yeah.
But
like, I've come to mostly accept that there's probably not a quarterback in Trevor Lawrence that isn't going to frustrate me a lot. Right? Like, I've kind of come to accept that it doesn't mean that I don't get frustrated by it. Mm-hmm. Like, when I see it with those kind of moments, like, just throw it. Like, what else? You're not going to run for it. Just throw it. Like, I know you have an arm where you believe you can get it in the smallest window that anyone throws into in the NFL. This would be the moment to try that trick, right, on those kind of things. And for whatever reason, sometimes that just shuts off with him in the moments where I want that from him. Right? And then there's the moments where, why are you trying that now? Like, that kind of stuff. And the inaccuracy is a big issue for him. It's very inconsistent. People talk about feel for the game, all these different things. I mean, you know what that's like, being back there and doing it. I don't think he's ever going to get high grades, in those kinds of things. There are things that I think he can potentially get high grades for, but I don't think those kind of things are ever going to be the top things that he does.
Got to make better decisions, period.
Isn't it fun to have this conversation heading into the bye week? Yay. 35
I'm glad
to
we're
7.
doing it at 4-3.
Much better at 4-3. Look, even though that's what we felt like, 2-5, it would suck if you were 2-5, right? And you hope that the back end of the season, where I saw 7 wins possible, that they're really still there. But part of that was the Jags sweeping the Colts. I'll be honest, So maybe now you're hoping to split with that team, and but you picked up a couple front-loaded wins, and look, just go out and win your next one. That's all you can do if you're Liam Cohen. Go out and perform, get your team to perform at their peak level as much as possible over the rest of the season. See where the chips fall, and that it's not just like roll the plays out. You got to do the work to make them improve. But Season's not over, that's for sure. All right, we'll come back. More of your reaction on this Monday for the Jags falling with their third loss of the season. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. There's something about hearing the game live that makes it all come to life. Feel the energy on 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Dream Finders Homes Monday on Jaguars Today.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Baselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit hellosmooth.com for more details.
Florida Gators football on 1010XL is driven by Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors, and the law firm of Farah & Farah. Get Gators play-by-play on 1010XL.
Jacksonville is game time, and just like the Jaguars fight for every yard on the field, Duck Duck Rooter fights for every customer at home. From plumbing repairs to septic pump outs to keeping your AC cool all season long, we've got the winning playbook. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and delivers championship service every time. When plumbing, septic, or AC problems put you on defense, don't fumble the call. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 16617881. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
No more climbing ladders or tree shopping or untangling lights. Nope. Kuhn Flowers will take care of all of this for you this fall when you schedule your holiday home decorating team. This is ET with 1010XL, and now is a good time to call Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all. They'll do it this fall.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, before we get back to your reaction here, time for a few more calls this morning. Tony, why don't you catch us up? Hopefully some other bad things are happening around the NFL.
Now, gems around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Tennessee defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons left their game yesterday with a hamstring injury. Cornerback L'Jarius Sneed left the game with a quad injury. Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels left their loss against Dallas with a hamstring injury. New York Jets quarterback Justin Fields was benched. Head coach Aaron Glenn said that no decision has been made about whether it would be Fields or Tyrod Taylor this week. For the Jets, Carolina quarterback Bryce Young was knocked out of their game yesterday with an ankle injury. They're saying it's going to be a couple days before they have any clarity on how severe that injury is. Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Max Crosby was knocked out of their loss to the Chiefs yesterday with knee and back injuries. The word, though, is that it's nothing serious for Max. And Miami tight end Darren Waller suffered a pectoral injury and was knocked out of their game.
Those always seem like almost season enders.
Yeah.
Right? You get a pec injury.
Hard to do anything without.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, so, and he, that was the thing with Waller. Like,
yep.
He's coming back after being retired.
He's so good, man.
Damn, man, he's moving great.
Yeah.
But I guess the legs haven't betrayed him.
Injury bug.
The chest. Let's see. Back-to-back on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Maybe it's time to practice hard counts, pre-snap movement, lining up, etc. over and over again until the message gets through. It's discipline, stupid. And the follow-up, have the O-lineman hit the blocking sleds repeatedly, too. I'm assuming all that's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Liam Cohen goes, you know what? We're super undisciplined, but let's not focus on that. Like, it's got to be – I imagine – I don't know. Is your message not getting through? Are the players – is it different guys every week? What do you do, David? You've been in this environment. What do you do if a team constantly keeps shooting itself in the foot?
So I've been on teams where they kind of go back to kind of almost childhood things, like high school type things, where in practice we've been jumping off the sides, or we occur so many penalties. This is with the Jets with Rex Ryan when I was there. We were always getting these penalties. So he started in practice, every practice. If you get a penalty during practice, something happens, the whole team does up-downs.
Okay.
Coaches included. So everybody is getting penalized now for this, because it's what happens in the game. The whole team gets penalized. So there's different ways to do it.
And did it work?
We got better. We did.
Okay.
But we still had stupid penalties throughout the season. It really,
I'm not opposed to that if he wants to try something like that.
There's a number of things you can try. That's just one way that I said it. But it really comes down to you as a man, and knowing what you're supposed to be doing on this play, knowing the snap count, knowing where you're supposed to be lined up, all those things, and then running them through your head before the game even starts. It just seems like sometimes they get out there and it's just, oh, what do we got? Oh, okay, I should be lined up here. It's almost like it's not second nature to them. They're really still out there thinking about it. And once again, it still is a new system. But you know what? Everybody's got new systems out there, and they're not all causing all these 13, 15 penalties a game.
Not to this degree.
No.
All right, Dan on the west side next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning. Hey, I just have one question for the Jaguars. I was wondering if they just went sightseeing instead of getting ready for that game, because what I saw, they looked horrible. I mean, it seems like they're going backwards. In the Rams, every time they had the ball, they just marched down the field and scored on us. I think they just need to tighten up. And I think they should. I know they're off this week, but I think they should be out there practicing a little bit to try to get better. Work on your mistakes.
Okay. I mean, they practice.
Yeah.
Every week.
Their energy level wasn't great when the game started. It just didn't.
How is that?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I'm sure they weren't all just out there sightseeing, but were they there too long and got too comfortable, and they didn't keep a little bit of an edge on them, where the Rams showed up literally the night before and was like, hey, we got this ball game tomorrow. Let's go do our thing, get it done. But like I said, when you're good, you find ways to go be a good team on Sunday, no matter what time, where it is, whatever it is. When you're good, you're good.
They feel so much like that 2018 team to me.
Many people have brought that up.
Right,
today.
like that New England game that year.
Yeah.
Circled all offseason. And the way this team attacked that Monday night game against Kansas City, they have a hangover that's lasted for 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Right, from the energy that they put into trying to beat the Kansas City Chiefs that night. And good for them that they got it done. Right? Like, we're all celebrating that win when it happened and the way that it happened.
It still counts.
It still counts, but At some point, man, winning a game like that can't be your season.
No.
Right? And they're treating it like it was, and that's what happened in 2018. And that's, later in that season, that's when Blake was done. Right? Like, they were in the AFC Championship game the year before.
Right.
And about halfway through that season, everyone's like, when are they going to sit him down? Like, that's how bad he was playing in the back half of that year. I'm not saying we're at that point with Trevor Lawrence, like that kind of thing, but the team is behaving a lot like that team did in 2018.
Where is the freaking pass rush? Where is it?
In Trayvon's injured wrist, apparently.
My God.
I mean, I don't know what else to explain. He's not getting his normal push, which is understandable because he's playing like with 1.5 arms.
But Hines Allen, where are you at?
And where's anyone else?
And anyone else.
Anyone else. And by the way, I believe I read that the Rams faced the most blitz pressure of any team yesterday. 55% of the time we blitzed. So
They had to. Yeah.
And what? So now
They got
when
no-
you ask, why
I
don't you
could
send the
not
house?
tell.
There's why you don't send the house, because if they can't get home, you're depleting your coverage. And for the first time ever, a quarterback threw 5 touchdowns in one of these international games.
I can tell you on the back end of that, Andrew Wingard in space is a bad idea.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's just, and that was.
They're looking for it.
That's been the thing with him for a while. He's a
Teams
good
are
box
looking for
player.
it, yeah,
But he's not a space player. And yesterday they had him playing a lot in
And
space.
some guys are just not very good covering, and I believe that's where he is.
Unfortunately, we love Dewey, man, but we don't love the way he's played the last couple of weeks. That's for sure.
And you can't have all those penalties.
But here's the thing: what do you go to? Antonio Johnson, maybe, but there are not many options. Ray Lane's the only other guy, the rookie, and that
was just rough. It was just rough to see. Every time something big happened, you look, oh shoot, it was on Wingard again.
It felt like it.
Yeah,
it felt like it. And I rewatched it. It still felt like it. I'm not a tape breaker.
Maybe watch it
like
for the third time.
It's one of those days, like a lot of other things with the Jags yesterday. I don't think he's that bad, or the team is that bad, but they were yesterday, right? And there's no
collectively,
getting around
yes,
that.
yes.
And the problem is now you got to wallow in this for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
right? Instead of and the Rams today are 5-2. We could have been 5-2 with a win. Obviously, we weren't close to getting that win, but it was the first time the Jags didn't legitimately have a chance to win a game this year.
Yeah.
Cincinnati should have won that game if that was on the refs at the end, and the Seattle game. That was, to me, on the offense in the fourth quarter, make a drive, but you were in it. You were there hanging around despite all the dysfunction. Yesterday felt like, unfortunately, same old Jags. All right, we'll come back. One final segment. More of your reactions straight ahead if you want to get in at 641-1010. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey right now. Weather is gorgeous, so now's the time to get your roof checked out. When it's raining, it's too late. Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach will make sure that your property is protected and well taken care of. And right now, Apex is offering up to 100% financing. That's right. Don't let your budget stand in the way of upgrading your home. Apex is local, dependable. They always show up on time with premium materials and ironclad warranties. Reach for the peak. Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach and online at apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL. Brought to you by San Jose Collision.
Florida Gators defeated Mississippi State 23-21 on homecoming weekend, but that was far from the biggest news out of Gainesville as the university announced Sunday that head coach Billy Napier has been fired. The Gators will now start the process of finding the football program's 30th coach in school history.
Jaguars Today.
You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Don't ghost your carpet this fall. Hicken here. Right now, you can get your entire home zero-resified from Jacksonville's Ultimate Carpet Cleaner and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139 plus a free haul for Halloween. Get it? There's something scarier than ghosts and goblins hiding in your home. It's in your air ducts. This month, take 50% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Your home is your sanctuary, where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, you talk a lot about a diamond's cut grade. Why is a diamond graded for cut?
Frank, that's simple. We cut grade diamonds to show a measurement of beauty and light return to the person looking at the diamond so they can understand the value difference between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one cut for maximum weight. Now, it gets a little more complicated when you find out that the American Gem Society Laboratory actually assigns performance grades and proportion grades using patented computer software and grades for polish and symmetry using a microscope. The end result of cut grading is a final grade that can go from a 0 or ideal to a 10, which is poor. Each of these grades are priced a little differently. That's why you can see a diamond with a fine color and clarity priced low, particularly on the internet, because a trained gemologist won't buy it for resale because of the poor cut. Unfortunately, these type deals aren't good deals. They're bad deals for the unknowing customer.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Hey, Googans, Hicken here, and I just want to once again give you this very simple reminder. Wear sunscreen. If you're outside a lot, bring the screen. Put some in your truck, on your boat, in your golf bag, whatever, wherever, just use it. Please. It's hot out there, and I just want you to protect yourself. I use it like it's cool because I think it is. But what's not cool, that's skin cancer. You don't want to deal with that. Go get yourself checked out. It could save your life. Go to beachesdermatology.com and schedule your appointment today. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
What we need our opponents to do, give it away a little bit more, get back on that turnover.
That'd be nice.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, it's look, I get it. Are they this great defense? No. But when they create a little havoc, they can, you know, that helps. It helps a lot, right?
Helps a lot.
Rarely are you going to find a defense anymore in the NFL that just goes, you know what, we're going to hold you to 250 yards or less and like 14 or fewer points. Defenses are opportunistic. They're either big play, sack creators,
like how they held our offense yesterday.
The Jags offense outgained the Rams by 100 yards yesterday. Yeah. I mean,
we just couldn't get past the 35-yard line.
Correct. We I mean, it's hard to believe, honestly, that you could score 5 touchdowns and be outgained like they were yesterday. But, I mean, a lot of it was empty calories. Jags kept going for it on fourth down and getting nothing out of those drives. 0 out of those drives. So we wanted to spend a minute because, look, it's like when Travis Hunter scored yesterday, he didn't want to make a big celebration out of it because it's 28-6 at that point. And I say that because that extra point was not guaranteed at that point. But it was a good moment, but he didn't want to wallow in it because it's not about me. Yeah. So we come in. And after a loss like this, you want to talk about the correctables. But Travis Hunter, pretty damn good.
Yes.
Right? And a very good game yesterday. So what do you make of the way he's being utilized right now, Dave?
Well, just talking about him offensively to start, I've been saying it all year. Like, when we can target this guy more and get the ball in his hands more, he's going to make a ton of plays, and I still believe that, and it's going to happen. He showed you what it can look like. I just thought, well, we're not putting him on defense at all. I don't know if he played it at all in the first half. So I'm thinking they're trying to acclimate him more to the offensive side of the ball because there's way more information, way more things he needs to learn, where to line up, how to line up, should you be on the number, all these different things. So I understand that, but we need to see him on defense because he's also one of the better DBs on defense. He had Devontae Adams out there and did a great job. And it was a jump ball, so it was the only guy that defended a jump ball against Devontae Adams. He's showing you the kind of skills he has. I know the team is working him in as slowly as possible, but also they are like, shoot, he's so good. We got to get him out there more often.
The thing about Adams, though, is such a weird game because he has 35 yards.
Yeah.
Right? Outside of the touchdowns, he had 31 total yards in the game. So, but can you put Travis Hunter on him? When they throw to him inside the 5.
Exactly.
Put him on him there.
That's what I'm saying. We know what's coming.
We know it's coming.
He's the only receiver out here. Just put Travis Hunter there.
Last piece here from Miguel on Twitter. On September 7th, Jags are going to be 4-3 on October 19th. Woo! Celebrate! On October 19th, Jags are 4-3. Oh, damn. It's true, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it all is
relative.
How you got there and how you're feeling about it. All right, let's welcome in XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
I was going to leave quick because I got a doctor's appointment, but Source is here. So how was your football weekend, man? Everything
Absolutely marvelous.
It was marvelous. Excellent.
Yeah. I loved every moment of it.
Every single
Hey,
moment.
listen, there was some pitiful football being played, but I eclipsed all that with the good games. I watched the good games. Now, the two teams that I hold so dearly were just god-awful.
They were not among the good
Friday
games.
and Sunday, but I saw some good ball on Saturday.
Fair enough. All right. What's coming down on XL Primetime today?
Oh, Jags, Gators, all kind of good stuff.
Those are the only teams we'll be discussing today?
I'm sure we got a plethora of other teams we can talk about.
Cardinals, perhaps.
Cardinals.
The Stanford Cardinals.
Oh, those guys.
Right?
Yeah.
That Cardinal.
Yeah,
and
those
the Cardinals and the Cardinal.
Wow.
Both. Yeah.
At 2 a.m.
And that was, honestly, the freest money that's ever been offered. Stanford plus 17.5 on a 10:30 East Coast kickoff on a Saturday night with Florida State in a tailspin. Please. So, anyway, have a good show.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy it, man. Folks are fired up about football on the first coast. All right. It'll get better. Let's hope.
We're hoping.
DG, have a great week.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Bring Fletcher a win next weekend, and we'll talk to you next Monday. Tony Smith, congrats on Vandy being the only good team in football.
Yeah.
Period.
They're a top 10 team in the country this week.
That
I don't
and
even know how to
Baldwin.
deal with
Who would have
And
thunk
Baldwin.
it?
Those are the two best teams
Never in
football
my
right
life.
now. All right. For Dylan Denmark, Tony, David Garrard, I'm Mike Dempsey. Thanks for listening to Jaguars Today. XL Primetime on the way next on 1010XL and 92.5.